Alrighty. I am hoping you're having a great day, you glorious Rascallion Resonators, you absolute legends. The name's FOXSOL. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to some more WutheringWaves. And I'll put it like this for you. Today's topic, I am glad that I did not do this video or at the time that I originally wanted to do this. Because we just had recently the 1.3 trailer and developer broadcast that came through, and originally this planned idea for this video was going to be coming well beforehand, but I never got to it, and I'm so glad so, because I want to talk about the current state of WutheringWaves. And seeing those trailers, seeing the broadcast with the developers has completely changed my entire opinion about WutheringWaves, and I want to share that. So if you're interested, take a seat at the bar, kick your feet up, relax, grab something cold to drink, and let's dive right into the conversation. So we're talking about the state of WutheringWaves, where it's at now, where, the future is going to be at, and just in general, the main principal ideas of just what is to be expected. And, there's been a lot of people that has come around that has made comments, WutheringWaves is going bankrupt. Girl Games don't know what the fuck they're doing. WutheringWaves is not cooking. And then you had the other side of people who's completely for WutheringWaves saying, just give them time, everything else, and has to defend the game. And with the 1.3 broadcast and the trailer itself, I think, this is the best time right now to really discuss. And I already know I'm going to make a future video on this later on. Because why? This is not going to be a topic that's going to just drastically, change everything overnight, and it's going to have changes going to end up happening every single time. So it's a good topic. I think that, how my opinion is that we are seeing WutheringWaves, we're seeing Kuro Games cook. Okay, they have came to the table, said, look, here's the plan for 1.3. We have showcased that we're listening to our, our fellow players. We're listening to everyone, and we're trying to make sure we're providing the best possible experience there is. And they're delivering on that. They're delivering on the promise. They're showcasing, in my personal opinion, a long lifestyle for this game. This game, in all honesty, that developer, especially developer broadcast, showcased to me that you got a group of passionate developers that is working solidly to ensure that, people understand that they're here for the long run. And you can't say that for actually like many gotchas, to be completely honest. What I mean by that is like, before WutheringWaves, you can take a look at my channel. We used to cover Devil May Cry Peak of Combat, and that game, didn't give a fuck about the players. This still doesn't, in my personal opinion, even though there's some things that has been changing. It really does not seem like they actually care. They care about your wallet. That's why we used to call the game Wallet May Cry. It was a game that only cared about your money, not about your feelings. Whereas Kuro Games, I've always been under the impression that, all a gacha game, in a sense, with its developers, is just to try to steal money from you. That's really what it comes down to. It really comes down to the principal idea that I always felt that every single gacha, whether it was Genshin Impact, whether it was going to be WutheringWaves, whether it was, going to be Devil May Cry Peak of Combat, Soul Leveling Arise with Netmarble, every gacha company is just here to steal my money. And I'm just looking for the lesser of all the evils to play. And I watched the broadcast, and it put into perspective that, I think that, the state of WutheringWaves as it is now is really fucking good. I think that we have developers that is truly listening to our concerns, our feedback. I see developers that is really trying to implement different optimization changes, gameplay changes for the players to make sure that it is ensuring that this game has a long lifespan behind it, because we just don't want to start a game and then, 6 months down the road, the game's going to die. It's not a quick, the way I'm gonna put it, it's not a quick get rich quick scheme and then drop the game. This is a state now that WutheringWaves, I feel, comfortable in saying that we're here for the long run. This game is going to be more and more amazing the more we let the developers cook and the more that we provide feedback, positive, constructive criticism feedback, but you know, feedback in general that is true to its core to ensure that we have a delightful experience with this game. Now, I'm not sure how you guys feel about it. I'm not sure if you guys will agree with me on that, but I feel a lot better, you know, especially after that developer knows. And I feel like the state of WutheringWaves is at actually, you know, one of the best states. 1.2, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, well, if this is the type of updates we're gonna end up getting in the future with 1.2, I don't know about it, you know what I'm saying? Like, it kind of, not that it worried me, I said let Kuro cook, but you know, you still got that thought. I think that everybody, you know, still gets that thought in the back of their mind, like, oh no, what happens, what's gonna happen here? 1.2 is not that cool, man. What's going on? You know, you gave us from 1.0 to 1.1 and it was like it felt like, you know, it was a drastic change. 1.2 don't feel like this. And it got me kind of worried for the state of, you know, WutheringWaves, whether or not, you know, they're going to follow the intricacies of Genshin and, you know, continue what I feel like is the roadmap of Genshin. But you know, with 1.3, watching that, understanding, you know, they are looking at, you know, boss raids and looking at an in-game status. I believe the things that they're adding in general is just like, holy crap, you are listening. You are putting into perspective our thoughts and turning it into reality. These quality of life changes, these new game modes, these new events are exciting. So I think that WutheringWaves currently, this may change in the future, but currently, as long as the company stays humble, and as long as the company stays close to its community and listens to its community and doesn't, you know, drive off too far away, I think we're in a perfect state. I think WutheringWaves is in a perfect state. I think it's in great fucking hands, and I think that this game is going to be one of the games that is going to last us for years to come. So, I'm going to leave it with that to you guys. Like I said, I think the current state is just, it shows me that we have a future. That's all I'm going to really want to point out, is that it shows me that with Kuro Games, we have a future with this game. And that is a great thing, in my personal opinion. So tell me what your thoughts is down below in the comments section. Do you agree with my assessment? Do you agree that, you know, especially after watching the 1.3 broadcast, watching, you know, the trailer for 1.3, you know, with Black Shores coming, that we have nothing to worry about, that the state of this game's future is in good hands? Because that's what I feel. And I believe that, you know, a lot of people are going to agree with me on this. And if you don't, tell me why. Because I would really like to know, because I would like to get that different perspective if, you know, you have that. But otherwise than that, guys, I'll leave you be. You are actually a really good audience, you know, and with the channel being now over 8,000 subscribers, going over like past now 8,200, I still can't believe, you know, that's happened. Really can't, but, you know, I got to do something nice for you guys here in the future. If you got any ideas for that, like what I can do that would be cool to do for you, let me know. I don't want to be like just any other, you know, content creator that just, you know, says thank you and just lets you be. I want to actually talk to each and every person who follows the channel if possible. I'd like to engage with y'all in as much as possible. Whether you guys want to come over here and, you know, for example, here's my user ID. 500069284. I have a Discord link down in the description below. If you want to become friends or whatever, and you want to come join me, I'm in the United States, so we are in the American server. Feel free to add me. Feel free to come in to the Discord, come talk, whatever. If I got to look at opening up another account for free to play in other regions, hey, I'll consider doing it. We can discuss it. I might need to get carried in a couple of things in order to build up those, you know, characters and such, but we can do something like that. But thank you so much for everything, and thank you again for taking the time to watch the video. Hopefully, again, you're having a good one. So, as always, Keep it real, keep it classy, keep it jazzy. I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.